think like 100 bob or 150, like that cheap. At 8 in the morning. I'm like, oh, I think this is the time someone proposes. Oh, and guess what? That was it. He never proposed. Like, I don't know, the ring kneeling down, or so he was like, okay. How can you be there without money? And why do you have this small phone? Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl. I'm here again. But today's topic is a bit sensitive, but we have to talk about the hard things. So today I want to talk about raping, more especially on the girls, on the women, but today mainly the kids. It can be a boy kid or a girl kid, but this problem is mainly like the biggest number is on the girl child, the baby child, the girl child, the ladies. So as you all know, I'm Randis, proudly Randis. Now I'm Kenyan, proudly Kenyan. But again, I don't know. I was born in Uganda. So I don't know. If you call me an East African girl, I'll take it. So as I was watching news yesterday, so there was on Ugandan TV, there was this story about someone who raped a kid. And I was like, okay, I need to talk about this because I don't understand what is going on in this world, more especially for people like men who rape kids. Men who rape kids. As a mother of girls, yes, I have two beautiful girls, and I feel sorry for the future boys. These girls will break your hearts because they are hot. But hey, let's wait and see. So, as a mother of two beautiful girls, I'm so scared for them. I'm so scared, like, with the people that, are around us. And you know what kills me the most? These people that you trust so much with your kids, they are the same people who do the bad things, the baddest things to them. So, what happened? What happened on the news? They was talking about a story of a guy. So, this is what happened. So, these people, you know how in Uganda people like live, I noticed here in Kenya it's not a common thing. Like, they build houses that I'll say like in a form of like shops, like next to each other. So you find like, you and your neighbors are so close, like you can even smell what they are cooking, you can even hear what they are talking about, like it's that close. So this person, a mother of I don't know how many kids, she used to let her daughter go to the neighbor's house, a single guy. And this single guy was so like lovely with the kid, and the mother would be like, oh, I want to go buy salt, can you watch for me this girl? And the guy is like, oh, it's okay. The mother goes, leaves the baby in the hands of this neighbor, and the neighbor would do things to her. Yes, he would do things to her. This is a young girl, a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old. My daughter is turning 5 years next month. So you can imagine how sensitive it is to me, because that is a 6-year-old. I have a 5-year-old almost. So this guy would do things to the kid, and then he tells the kid, don't tell your mommy. If you tell your mommy, I'll do something bad to your mommy and you. So the poor thing would not say anything. So the guy would touch the kid. I think he didn't like generally like penetrate, but he would, around the situation, he would touch, do things to the kid. And the kid was so scared to tell the mom. So one time, The Kagal, I think someone saw the Kagal coming out of that guy's home, and then the Kagal she was like looking so weird. So the remember the house, like it's a big house, but remember the houses are like shops, so your neighbor can see what is happening, like, immediately, something like that. So the neighbor noticed that, this kid looks weird, this kid, da 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 da. So she informed the mother, like, why do you leave your kid to that guy? I don't know. Today I saw the kid and she kind of like looked weird. You need to talk to her. So the mother like went home, told the girl, are you okay? Do you like uncle? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, but I don't like going there anymore. Like, why? No, I can't tell you. He told me if I tell you, he will do something bad to you and me. So the mother insisted, and the girl was like, oh, uncle blah, blah, blah touches my cookie. And then when he touches my cookie, and then he puts his thing on my cookie. But it looks like he had never penetrated, like inside, but he was, you get, around. So the mother, of course, reacted, called the police. You know how Ugandans react, So anyway, that's the story. That's the topic today. So I need to understand the kind of men who decide, of all the women in this world, all the women, the beautiful, the what, with the big nyash, with the, I don't know, black beauty, brown beauty, da, 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 all the types of the women in this world, why would you go for a kid? And I need to understand, these kind of men, are they mentally stable? Because sometimes you can be there blaming someone when they are mentally sick, like sick, they need to be on medication and be in a mental health hospital for years. So it's possible. Because I've had so many stories about men raping kids. There's even this guy, I don't know from which country, it must be Uganda, who raped a 8 months kid. A 8 months, like 8, not even a year. Where do you even put your thing? Like, oh God. I don't know, but if you ask me, such a person, you people don't judge me when I say this, but I'm going to say how I feel. But such a person who rapes a kid deserves to be, like, they need to cut his thing off. Yes, I've said it. Like, they need to cut his thing off so that it becomes a lesson. Whoever rapes a kid, that's the punishment. Because jailing this person, putting this person in prison, I feel like it's not enough. It's not enough. That's why I always tell people, when you have your daughters, don't let your daughters go for sleepovers where, I don't know, at a friend's place, I don't know, don't, as long as in that house there's a men or boys, or the neighbors are boys or men, like, don't, because people are so evil, and people, like, someone can just spoil your kid like that. And I wonder what comes into your head when you're doing such a kid. Like, I can't even imagine how that kid is behaving or reacting. That kid must be like crying lungs out and this guy is doing his thing. And you tell me such a person is a normal person? That person needs to be, I'll not use the word, but that person needs to be punished in a way that everyone who sees him will never dream of it. Will never dream of it. Raping a kid, an 8 months kid, an 8 months baby, and you tell me that that person is normal. That person is not normal. That person is very sick, and that person, and actually, that kid, I hear that, I think, if, I'm not so sure, but I think that kid, that baby died, the one for 8 months. I think the baby died. I think the baby died. So today, I want us to think, let's discuss this. Like, what comes into these people's mind? Like, what happens? Are they sick that you can use that as an excuse? Are they mentally sick, like really sick, like madness? Because I know another person, I'll not say from which country, but this person, he used to rape his own daughter, like daughter. And that is also a common thing. Actually, even in Kenya here, it's a common thing. Okay, not common, but it's something that happens. Fathers raping their kids, their own daughter, fresh daughters. They impregnate them, they make them abort, they use them again and again and again. By the time the police finds out or the mother finds out, this girl has been used like 1,000 times, like she became the wife. She has aborted like 1 billion times, and she's a young girl. And then you tell me, of all the punishments in this world, putting that man in prison is the best, or it's the worst that he can get? Mm-mm. As long as there's evidence, caught red-handed doing it, I think the best punishment would be cutting his thing off. Yes. Yeah. So that everyone takes it as an example, like long time where during the king's regime, like where they used to catch someone doing something and they just kill, without thinking twice. So this time around, if they can just cut the thing off, I feel like it can reduce the thing of raping. And most people forget that raping is not only on daughters, on kids, on girls. It's also in boys, young boys, babies. Apparently, now this one, I heard it from someone, that these boys growing up in a house where there's a maid, a female maid, that the moment they get into that teenage age, that these maids always take advantage of them and they take their virginities. Apparently, most of the boys, they lose their virginities on maids. So how can we call that? So there's this a 13-year-old boy and this 20-something lady, or even 30, meaning the 13-year-old is innocent. He may be interested in that because nowadays kids watch things, and they are in the stage where they are so confused, they don't even know what is happening. So this mature woman takes advantage of this innocent soul, and then you just let it pass. We just raise our kids in such situations where, like, a kid loses his virginity to a maid. Apparently, most of the boys who grew up in a house where there is a maid, they lose their virginities on the maids. Me, I don't know where we are going with this, where this world is taking us, but hey, there's a lot of mess. There's a lot of mess, but one thing that really kills me, and if I had power, I think I would have handled it really differently and so harsh so that people don't take it for granted. People who rape kids, people who rape kids, I would punish them really bad. And now for fathers, like, how can you rape your own child? Like your own child, the one you created, and you rape that child. And then most of the times you find there are women, I'm not saying all of them, there are women who can even, they get to know about it, that, my husband is doing ABCD to my kid, and they keep quiet. They keep quiet. They cover it. They don't say anything. They don't chase away the man. They don't leave the man. They just stay there, and they let the husband use the kid. I know someone out there who got to know that, her kid is being like touched and things down there. And the person who was doing that is the biological father. And this woman decided to keep quiet and let her kid be tortured like that, not even reporting the guy to the police, not even chasing the guy out of the house, not even leaving the house. She decided to keep her, how can I call him, perfect husband, to use her own daughter and her. So now this husband, the father and the husband at the same time, he has two wives in the house, his own daughter and his wife. And the wife knows about it, and she decides to keep quiet. Like, guys, that is madness. That is madness. And I wish they can put a heavy punishment for such people, for anyone who rapes. You guys, do you know that someone who was raped, they never move on? Like, they are mentally sick. Like, they are mentally traumatized with that. Mentally traumatized. Like, even if they are in their 60s, that thing will keep on hunting them. So guys, we need, I don't know, mothers out there, more especially mothers to daughters, you need to avoid sending your daughters for sleepovers, I don't know where. Even if you love these people, so how? If it's a sleepover, if it's so important, then go sleep there with them, where you're able to watch what is happening. Don't just send your kids away to places where there are neighbors, men neighbors, I don't know, boys in the house. I don't like me. I don't know. It's something, because I hear so many stories about people raping kids. It can be anyone. It can be a neighbor. It can be an uncle. It can be an I don't know, a cousin. It can be anyone. The stories I've had, I cannot send my kid for sleepover. I've tried so many times. It's something that, even people I trust, I think I got traumatized with the stories I hear, and I cannot imagine, and I cannot get the confidence of letting my kid go to sleepover anywhere. Sometimes I really want her to go, like, have fun, but whenever I think about what if, and here in Kenya now, you find like most of people are in apartments, so everyone tends to know each other, like, oh, that is that we're in the same apartment, oh yeah, in the same compound. Those are the same people that will rape your kid. She goes there playing, following other kids, and bam, it doesn't take 40 minutes. It takes 3 minutes, and this person has spoiled your kid's life. I don't know, but we need to be careful. Raising kids is not easy, but raising girls, it's so hard. I remember back home, my sister-in-law would not allow her kids to go anywhere, even in family members, and I never understood why. Until now that I'm a mother, I understand that, it was all of trying to protect them, because you don't know what people are thinking up in, when they're behind the doors, what goes into their minds. There's a lot that can happen. And me, I'm this kind of a person who trusts so fast and so much. So I don't want to be in a situation where I have to trust someone, and I don't want to put my kids in someone's hands and I trust them and then they end up messing up my kids. No. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself when such a thing happens. God forbid, but so mothers, this is for you. Mothers, please be careful. If you, even if it's your husband and you sense something, you sense that, you see a weird, always, one thing I've learned about, as a woman, one thing I've learned, women, it's like God created us with an extra sense. We always sense something, and the moment something comes into your mind, if you give it time, you will know that like you were so right. Like, you need to follow your mind, you need to follow your instincts, and most of the times you get it right. When you think that, I think my husband is cheating, listen to your heart. There's always something. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to daughters, don't trust anyone. Even if it's their dad, because now we've seen so many cases of fathers raping their kids. Even if it's their dad and you sense a tiny behavior that is a bit abnormal, please be careful. Please watch out, because I don't understand how a father can rape his own daughter that he raised from. Anyway, me, I said I'll be coming here talk about the hard topics that people are scared to talk about, but this one, it's a bit sensitive. I almost cried watching news about that story. I almost cried. And the fact that I'm a mother to girls, I'm like, okay, what will happen to our girls when they've started like moving on their own, going out, going where, like, I feel like sometimes I get so scared and I feel like I want to keep my kids in the house without going anywhere, because I feel like out there I'm not able to protect them, but when they are here in the house, I'll be able to save them from most of the things. But again, like, you can't do that. You can't do that. The best thing you can do is to pray for them so that God protects them. But again, as mothers, we shouldn't take things so lightly. And for those mothers out there who finds out that their daughters were raped by their fathers, or they are being raped by their fathers, and you keep quiet, shame on you. Shame on you. You're spoiling someone's future. You're spoiling that child. You're creating trauma in that child's mind. Like, she'll never move on from that. Me, I'm here to tell you things that you guys don't want to say, don't want to talk about. So I'm here to put everything to light. Okay. I know. So I'll see you next time, guys. Please take care. Please protect your children. Protect all children, boys and girls. People are raping kids like it's nothing. Please protect them. Please take care of them. Let's not take things lightly. Let's not just trust our neighbor because, oh, he's a nice guy. Smiles nicely. I don't know, he's kind. You don't know the evil minds he's keeping to himself. Like, you don't know what goes into his mind. And sometimes these people pretend to be super, super nice. Those are the people that you need to watch out. Those people are like, oh, my neighbor is... Those are the evil ones. Guys, I'll see you next time. Please take care. Please protect those kids. Please protect those angels. Men here are so evil. People who rape kids, those are sick, and they need better punishments than putting them in jail. That is not a punishment for such people. So guys, subscribe, like, um what's the word? Like, subscribe, comment. Comment, tell me what you think. And again, if you have a topic that you want me to talk about, I don't mind. Just let me know and I'll go through it. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting my channel. This is keeping me busy, and I love the new me. I love the busy me. You know, it's like I don't know how time is moving these days for me. Like, I'm super, super busy. Okay, I'll see you next time.